Greetings and welcome to Pearls of Wisdom. We are already again to a moon reading. It's dark moon right now, and I have a reading ready for you. We have another kind of really kind of a little bit crazy chart here. Okay, so here we have the sharing, and I hope you can see it by now. Maybe I want to say again, please, 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 this is not new moon. This is dark moon. The new moon is the third day after dark moon when we do not see the moon, when it's completely dark, or some people also say black moon. And the new moon is the third day when the new moon is rising, when you see the first new moon crescent rising. So this is really different, and it is important. The whole language has been so much confused, but we have to be clear here, because remember, words create reality. So it's very good to know that this is not new moon, but the whole Western astrology talk about new moon. And again, here we are working with the real star constellation. The Western astrology is 28 degrees behind the real star constellations. So if you look in the sky, that's what you see right now. When you look up, you see those star constellations. This is why I always post in the blog picture from the Stellarium. That is a free program that you can, in addition, have on your computer to see where the real stars are. There are other programs like Star Walk and other things that you can use, and they all of them work with the real star constellation. So I really don't get it why Western astrology is still working with a system that is fixed, that was fixed on a star constellation that was in the sky about 2000 years ago. And if you understand about time and illusion, then you know that this cannot be correct. It makes a certain sense because it is connected with the season. Like the spring equinox is like coming up to Aries in the beginning. This is like a year is, and this is how our physical life here on the planet is, but only in the northern hemisphere. It doesn't make any sense, even around the equator in the southern hemisphere, which is all opposite. So this is the real star constellation that are going, like the whole cycle is going around one time in 25,920 years, like about 26,000 years. So, okay, let's come here. We have a sun and moon conjunction in Virgo, not in Libra, as here you see. And the inner circle here refers to the Western astrology. And why this is still in the chart is important because it's much easier to calculate. If you have to calculate outside with the different size of the signs, it's kind of difficult, but easier when you look inside, you can see things every 30 degrees, it's more clear. So we have a rising sign of Sagittarius. We have the dark moon constellation. And you can see now when the sun and the moon is in conjunction, you don't see it. Very simple. Now, when the moon is moving 2 more days forward, then you can see it afterwards rising in the sky. So we have a very nice trines, but we have also very challenging squares here. We have this karmic aspect. So you can see, like here, even with this triangle, orange, orange, and red, that there is quite a challenge going on. And I can just tell from my own experience, this month, October, was really kind of difficult. And I know that many of you have experienced similar things from what I can hear from other people. So what is going on with Virgo? And we had already Virgo before, because Virgo, you can see here, it's a very, very large sign. And we still have the MC just at the cusp of Virgo and Libra. It's just on 0 degree Libra. I wanna say quickly something also about this way of astrology. so many people are working with Western astrology and make these I am statements. This is not who you are. The horoscope does not show you who you are. So the statement, I am an Aries, I'm a Libra, whatever, is wrong. Remember, we create our life with our I am statements, especially. And if you say that all the time, I am this, I am that, that's what you create. But this is not the path of your soul. The sun represents the consciousness and not who you are. The planet that represents the persona, the personality, the ego, is Mercury. Because you can also see the Mercury planet has it is a moon on top, then we have a circle and a cross. So this is how a human being functions. We receive input from outside, we see, we hear, we smell, whatever it is, there is input. And the input goes into our consciousness, sun, and we can contemplate it here also. There is the connection with the mind, is also with the heart, with the brain, in the heart, or with the brain in the gut. We have 3 brains. And from there, we make a decision, we act, or either we react. People who react are not conscious and are not in the now. They react according to the brain program, which is like a computer, is all the past in your life is recorded there. And usually the brain is very fast, and from the past get a similar situation and project it into the future. And this is reaction. If you hold on for a moment and you are still for a moment, then you can observe the situation. And then you can decide how you want to act with your free will, which is a completely different story than if you react from the program. And the program is connected with the false matrix that has fallen. Then at one point, we all have to let go of the program because it's not within the bandwidth or the frequency anymore where we move forward, especially those who move forward and ascend into a higher frequency. Okay, let's go back to the Okay, so when we look at the constellation of Sun and Moon together, we look at the aspect. So we have the 2 squares, and we have another square going to Chiron, which is also the opposition to Chiron, which is healing. Now, a very, very big topic in the moment is healing. And a lot of things are kind of really shifting, as we can see in the world horoscope that I make here in Sagittarius. It is like we are supposed to move beyond the boundaries. It's like the arrow that transcends the horizontal line. It's like the sign of the priest, of the pontifex, the bridge builder from one reality in the other reality. And I'm not talking about religious priests or so, but the real spiritual knowledge of the priest and priestess from the spiritual line. And I bet that all of you that even listen to this kind of chart, you come from a line of true priests and priestesses at a very long time back, that you all had the knowledge, you all knew. And then we descended into this false matrix by our free will to experience, in a way we can say, the density at the lowest density, to be able to bring that experience home. And what does that mean? Home is to our soul, through our soul, to the divine being that we really are, that divine being having the human experience. So you see this triangle that we have here, the red one, with Jupiter. Jupiter is the ruler of Sagittarius. That's why I mentioned it here, because here is now in Gemini is the communication. We need to learn to communicate with our higher self. And this is also here the the two blue lines that are connected with Mars and Mercury. Mercury, the one that represents the personality, the persona, which is a Latin word and means personare means talking through, and the persona is like a costume, a mask. So we are spirits inside of this costume, human body, and we speak through it. So it is time that we heal that connection between the soul, the healing within. And this is not about that somebody's going to heal you. Nobody will. You have to heal yourself. Your body knows how to heal itself, but you have to allow it. But, you know, humans are kind of programmed and brainwashed into that we have to take control of everything, but we don't have to. We just can say something like, I allow my body to heal. Please tell me what I need to know, or please tell me what kind of food I should eat. Please tell me how I should move forward in my life. And you will get the answers in form. I get a lot of answers in form of dreams also, or like a sudden intuition or inspiration. It's like that sudden knowing, or also like I really feel I need to eat this today because my body really wants it. So this is a little bit tricky in the beginning when you start. Please be patient with yourself, because most people's taste buds are so much used to junk food that that's what you crave. But that's not the natural craving. This is made by addictive, like MSG and sugar, refined sugar, and other things. So once you start to eat more natural food, slowly, slowly, the body goes back into a natural rhythm. Like, for example, you use fresh veggies or fresh whatever you eat, and don't use a lot of sauces that are made ready, whatever. I use Himalaya salt. I have one soya sauce without MSG and other stuff inside. And I use herbs. I use herbs and pepper and salt and sea salt, Himalaya salt, Celtic salt. I have all those different salts at home, and I just use these. So I can also learn again to taste what the food tastes like. Because most people, they have so many stuff around it that you actually, in fact, do not really taste the real taste of certain foods anymore. Now, this is a part of the healing, because this has the connection with Virgo, with the harvest. And we have also Venus here, but Venus is completely disconnected. This is the goddess within. So we have to, we are disconnected in the moment sometimes from our inspiration, intuition. And the ninth house wants that seed also to make that jump. Its ninth house is Sagittarius. We have the topic again here, to move beyond. And you can find this part only in the stillness. And you don't have to sit and meditate, you know. It is more like life has to become meditation. You don't need to sit and then stand up and go and be out of meditation. That's the old way. It's like you go to a temple, a church, or whatever, and you are there for an hour or whatever, and you pray and then you go out. You might even change your clothes to go there. You do certain movements, you use certain words, but that's not the way that life is. Your life is a meditation. Medi is, like from Latin word again, is centered. So if we are centered, and this is within the heart brain, that we come from here, the heart, brain, the mind, and the gut. So the heart is the inspiration, is the love, and the mind is the logic, the linear way, and the gut is the intuition, that kind of gut feeling, as we say. And when they work together in harmony, we have also, when you look at it, we can make the number 8, the infinity symbol. If that works together and all the loops are the same, we are balanced. And that's the main thing here. See, we have Mars and Mercury in Libra. It's all about the balance and the creative transformation of the old me. And in Capricorn, Pluto shows that the old me is dying, is going through a process of that we can say it's transformation, because we die within the body to be reborn within our own body. That will also come here. We have the trine to Uranus here to manifest a spiritual life on the planet. And spiritual does not mean that you have to pray or whatever all the time. Remember again the word pray. It's if you write it with A or E, it's a different meaning, but you say the same. I'm not afraid, so I don't have to pray. What I do is I use gratitude. I'm grateful for, or in gratitude I receive. Not praying, please give me, please. As long as you go with the prayer, please. And I need, especially the word need is horrible, because then you stay needy the rest of your life, because the cosmos grant you anything. When you say to the cosmic forces, I need this, I say, okay, granted, need it, need it, need it, need it. Or I want this. Okay, want it, want it, want it, but you don't get it. So we have really to change our understanding of the words. That's why also I started to use the word understand instead of understand. I don't stand under anybody's authority. And I got a really nice quote just a couple of days ago. I don't question your authority. I refuse all authority. So the only authority is the divine within me, telling me what I have to do, helping me to see life from a higher perspective. And this is so much in this chart. See, our whole program, that is this triangle here, is still so much captured in a way by this brainwash. So much is coming to the surface, and I also look a lot into channels that bring truths from the past, like different countries that we don't know anymore, or even free electricity, free energy. It's all there. It's all there. And we need to recapture that again, and especially those who are, for example, engineers who can comprehend that, which I don't. I'm an intuitive or inspirative person. I don't understand much about these things, but I know it's possible. I can, you know what? I have pictures, I can see it, but I cannot put it into reality. That's not my skill. So what we are doing here also with this, you might remember, those who follow me for longer, the green line here, that is a quincunx. We have always two perspectives of the quincunx. We have a last chance aspect before, when we go to circle around, before the opposition, which is the opposition is always the test. And then we have another quincunx, 150-degree angle on the outgoing, which I call the divorce aspect. This is the aspect to let things go. So when I come here from Saturn, Neptune here and go around to the sun, we have here a last chance aspect. But if we come here from the sun and moon and go this way around, we have a divorce aspect. It's always both. And it comes from the different planets, so we can see what the topic really is. So when we have here the last chance aspect is kind of to really let go. Neptune is kind of let it go. It's the last part, the last sign that we need to let go of all that old programming and training. It's in Pisces. It's like drop back into the water, throw that back, all that knowledge that you have. You can do actually a little water ritual or something like that. You can write down things, you can burn it and then bring it into some flowing water afterwards, or you just hold some water in a cup or something, and you say, I release into this water all my programming, and then put it in a living water, like a river or a lake or the sea, whatever you have nearby. And this is a very powerful way to let go things. This is the the constellation that help us, the sun and the moon, the female, the male, in a way, it is the balance of yin and yang. And I'm not talking about good and bad, I'm talking about the yin and yang that enables us to live, that enables us to breathe the day and night. The breathing in and the breathing out has nothing to do with judgment. So this is the way that we can let go. But here we have the big challenge, and we have always with Pluto, the challenge here is like we are so much trained that we still want to control our ascension process. We cannot control the transformation that we go through. We have to allow it. And this is again, we have to say also to our body, as I say, I allow you to heal, and I don't want to push it with my head, with the very limited knowledge that I have. I allow my soul to push me into that transformation, to guide me through that transformation into a higher consciousness. I allow my body to heal, and heal is coming from the word holy, and the word holy is whole. It's the whole, it's the balance, it's the yin and the yang, it's both sides. Then it's not just, those who always just run after the light and you have to always be nice and whatever, it's not working. The journey that we go now is sometimes a real dark night of the soul, that we go through things that are coming up that are not easy to face, but that's the journey. It's not easy, and many teachers, they say that a lot of people don't make it because they cannot allow to go through the darkness, because they're programmed from many religions, and even the new age religion that has come up now. You cannot think pink all the time. You have to go into that darkness. You have to go to that cellar and get out those corpses out from the closet. And a lot happened also, like I recently have experienced that other people are kind of have an attachment to me, that they take my energy, that they take advantage of me. And these are things that we have to let go. And this is something that what we do now in the Flower Healing Power Workshop too, because people don't really understand what these flowers do. This is so powerful if you do it in the right way. That is a absolutely great help to move forward. By the way, I have still 2 more places in this workshop for ladies if you're interested. It's 6 to 13 December here in Chiang Rai, Thailand. Okay, so let's go forward. Now we have here this 1.5 square that is also connected with that. See, we have the half square, and we have then a quintile, which is a Venus aspect back to Mars and Mercury. Now, Mars and Mercury in Libra, now I said that is about balance. It's about balancing our personality. And this is the creative aspect that's going to this transformation energy of Pluto, which this is what you will gain when you go through this transformation. You will kind of take back the 72-degree aspect is a Venus aspect, and you see that Venus in the moment is disconnected. And the reason why she is disconnected in the moment, because we have to go through this. Our ego, our personality has to go through this transformation first with the male energy to be able afterwards to reconnect with Venus again, that we become the creators, that we can create our own life in the right way, and not anymore react to circumstances around us, but start to truly act as a divine being having a human experience. And as you can see, also the goal in this chart here, we have MC in Libra, is to balance that part, to go beyond whatever we know, whatever we've been trained and brainwashed and programmed to know. We have to let that go because there is much more. Once we connect all the three brain aspects, the intuition, the inspiration, and the logical mind, once they come together, we will have a huge variety of possibilities to act instead of the program, the preconceived program from the mind computer that is projected into the future. Now, this horoscope shows a very clear liberation. And then we have also the Uranus conjunction trine here, going back to Pluto. This is then that our inspiration becomes free, and then we have here the two blue sextile aspects going to Saturn and Neptune, which will afterwards help you, inspire you to go beyond, to communicate with that self, to communicate with that aspect of the higher aspect of that self that talks through that human being and not is that human being. So the main topic here is really to let go of our identification with the ego, with the body. That's not who you are. I have a hand, but I'm not my hand. I have a hand, I have a head, I have ears, I have everything, you know, but that's not who I am. And when you contemplate about what this really is and why we go so much into darkness in the moment, this is because of all these false identifications of who we are. So just make it maybe a mantra, what I did for many years. I am a divine being having a human experience, or I'm a goddess, or as a man, I'm a god and having a human experience. I ask my higher self, my divine self, God within, whatever you want to call it, to guide me, to protect me, and you can add whatever you need, but never use the word I need this or I want that, whatever. Always go from the gratitude. So, for example, you can say, I am a divine goddess having a human experience. I am grateful for guidance, protection, and again, whatever, abundance on all levels, whatever you need. And this is the way how it works. And especially now when the whole outer frame of our reality is falling apart, we are falling into that chaos. And everybody will feel it, no matter where you are. But if you are connected with this divine self, you will be protected, and you will know at any moment what do you have to do, where we have to go. Like, for example, if it's time for you to move somewhere, or to leave the city, for example, then you will know, and you will have very, very clear information where to go and what to do. And if you are in a certain place right now, then also know that this has a very, very specific reason. You're not anywhere for any coincidence. You have chosen to be there for a reason. You have put in this place for a reason. And once it's time to go, you will know very clear. And as long as you have a lot of bumps on the road and things are just not falling into place, just stay put, be patient, and wait. Once you really have the go information, things will fall into place easily. I hope that helps. I am grateful if you give me a thumbs up, and if you buy me a cup of coffee in my blog page, please subscribe to the channel. I have a lot more information for you, and I look forward to see you soon again. Bye bye for now.